everybody, it's Kristin, and I wanted to do a get ready with me today. I have lots of requests for these and I don't do them very often, and I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and do it today. I have some new drugstore products that I wanted to give a shot, so this is certainly not a review of any sort, but just a, it's a get ready with me. That's what it is. So the products, a couple of new things that you'll see, new to me things that you'll see is the Covergirl Outlast Stay Luminous. And I talk about that more in the video. And then one of my sweet subscribers, Tika, sent me a package and had this L'Oreal La Palette Nude 2. So I used that among with some other things. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and see how I got this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Primer. I am going to try to keep this mostly drugstore. I probably already said that in the intro. It's always weird filming these when you film the intro after doing the rest of the video. And you can probably hear the birds. It's 5 o'clock right now, a.m. that is. So this is, I've shown you guys this before, this is what my face does when I touch it. It gets angry with me. So, really the reason that I said I wanted to do this was kind of a first impression, and this is just a let's see how it goes on, not a review at all. With the Covergirl Stay Luminous, I got the shade in 820, which is something soft, creamy neutral. I have the shade in 825, I think it's buff beige or something beige. Yeah, 825 in buff beige in this one. This actually was sent to me by a subscriber that it didn't work for her. And I really like that. I've done a review on it. And this one, but I always felt like it was a little dark for me is the point of this. And this one I think is more my shade. So I'm going to put a couple pumps there. And the brush that I'm going to use to apply this, I kind of feel like maybe I should use a beauty blender, but we're going to give this a shot. The brush I'm going to use to apply this is a new one I've been trying out from Beauty Junkies. It's a flat top Kabuki. They actually sent me this one, well, a kit of Kabukis, like the style Kabukis, and then an eye kit. So I'm gonna use those here. I mean, why not? I've been using them now for just about a week, and I really like this flat top Kabuki. It's not as dense as others that I've used, but that does not seem to affect how it buffs into the skin. So let's pull my mirror here a little bit. Boy, I like how this went on. That color is really good. Really good match for me. I'm just going to what's left on my hand with the brush. And over my cheeks. I do owe you guys a review and demo of the Bye Bye Redness from IT Cosmetics. Speaking of my red cheeks. But I want to use up my Bourjois Healthy Mix first. Which this is the first day I've taken myself off of that. Taking myself off of that sounds like it's medication. I've been really good about sticking to using that. The only time I didn't take it was when I traveled. Alright, so this, I like how this looks. Definitely feels tacky though still. Which is okay for me because I will generally use a powder foundation over the top of everything that I use. Just my preference. So that brush was the flat Kabuki by Beauty Junkies. Now I'm going to grab my concealer and the Tapered Kabuki. And I'm using the Covergirl and Olay concealer. And I've mentioned this, I just mentioned it in my Throwback Thursday video that I don't really love this for under my eyes, but I'm using it, that's the way I'm using it up. I used to swear by it under my eyes way back in the day before I found out that there are much better things that wouldn't collect in my fine lines and wrinkles, or I got more fine lines and wrinkles, one or the other. I hope that this is what you guys were looking for. I've had tons of requests for more get ready with me's. Oh, I'll grab the polish at the end and show you the polish I have on my nails. I don't love it, but it's something different. I just did it last night. It's the Sally Hansen I don't know if it's limited edition or just for summer. It's called Sunspots, I think, but I'll grab it and show you guys. Okay, so again, this is mostly drugstore and some products that are in my Use It Up. So this is the Burberry powder in Trench 01. And I'm just using a Bobbi Brown powder brush. I don't know if Beauty Junkies has regular face brushes or just the Kabuki ones. I'll have to look. They did say though that if I ended up liking them and wanted to talk about them, that they would give me a coupon code for you guys, so that was nice. This is in no way, shape, or form sponsored. I'm just using them. I don't do sponsored videos. Alright, for a little bit of contour, I'm going to use the Cosmetics blush in Monogamy, which looks like that. And do a fiber brush. This is just like daily contouring, not like I'm trying to take 20 pounds off my face. Though maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea. Alright, and then the bronzer that I am currently using up, I've mentioned recently, is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer in 00 Nude, which looks like that. And, ugh, this brush, you guys, I'm going to talk about this in my favorites. This is the It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Radiance Wand. Good gravy. Where has it been all my life? Alright. This is the first time that I use this. There's always 2 times that I use this. This is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana and the Sephora number 79 brush. And we'll back up the truck. Q-tip. I always have to do this with this. Partway through, I have to go back and take a Q-tip underneath my eye and remove some of the concealer that has stuck in my fine lines and wrinkles. I'm afraid this video is going to be too long. Then I just set that with my Wet n Wild Reserve Cabana. And I'm going to set this to the side for later. And for blush today, I pulled out 3 different ones. I think I'm going to use the Jordana in Rose Silk. And a MAC 129 brush. Wanted something kind of neutral. Nothing crazy spectacular. I like this blush. You have to build it up just a little bit. I don't think all of their blushes are like that, but some of them. So I left this like, I kind of did this over exaggerated a little bit. Where you can see a definite line there, because I want to show, again, with this brush and that Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana, you can just kind of go along the lines and blur them. So it's like, it's not like, it's blending them with a different softness than just blending. So you see the difference, hopefully? I feel like these lights are particularly bright today. Alright, so that is how I use that. I didn't do super heavy bronze or anything, so I don't need to blur those lines. But. Okay, so I've done my eyebrows, and I put down my primer, which currently I'm using up the Bare Minerals Prime Time Primer. And now I just have my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And for me, I have to use this combo. Just the way it goes, otherwise things will crease on me. Even with this combo, some things crease on me. And I was using the Jordana before I went back to Painterly. I used up the Jordana Continuous Almond Pencil. That worked as well. It was just a little bit drier, and the color wasn't as much as what I liked. So, let me see if there's a shade in here I can use all over my lid. Or all over my eye, I should say. Nope, not so much. So, I'm just going to grab my Maybelline Single in Linen. Normally, I would go ahead and use my Urban Decay Naked palette, the Naked Basics, since that's my Use It Up. But I'm trying to keep this as much drugstore as I can. So I do this every single day. I put a light shade all over. I think it helps with blending and just evening things out, but mostly blending. So you can see I just went lash line to brow bone. Alright, I'm going to use the Pro All Over Shader, which is from Beauty Junkies, because like I said, I'm playing with those. I'm going to go with this shade right here, which is the taupiest of all the shades. Mostly because it looks like the only all over lid color I can use that's not matte and not really dark. So we're just going to pat that on the lid. And it's still darker than I would have liked. I have a towel in my lap, by the way. For those of you that follow my vlog channel and know I had shingles, I am doing much better, much better. I'm going to grab the Pro Tapered blending. There are two blending things in here. I'm going to go into this shade right here. These have numbers? Oh, they have numbers. Number 3. So I used number 5 before. That'll be helpful when I do 4 looks, 1 palette. And then I'm just going to blend that out. I probably should... Is it too late to zoom you in now? Maybe I figured out how to zoom you in on my laptop. Excuse me. So let's just have some coffee, shall we? So, that's, by the way, the K-Cup, Green Mountain K-Cup and Decaf Hazelnut. It's delightful. So, yeah, I'm doing much better. I had like I think I had the mildest form of shingles ever. They were on my shoulder and not on my back or side, which was, I think, nice. It was maybe easier to deal with it. Now I'm going to use I used this yesterday, so it's a little bit dirty. Their Pro Blending brush, and go into number 4. Just right here. So this is, I've talked about this before, and actually there is an angled brush in here that would work. Here, I'm going to wipe this off. I'll show you. I've done this on camera a lot with a brush similar to this one. So this is their angled brush. It's called the Pro Angled Shading. And this is how I first started doing kind of that stamp method because of the angle. I would just go where I want that V. That's not the most pigmented of shades now, is it? And place it down, and then turn it and place it here. Then I wipe the brush off and just blend. I really prefer the sort of 217-ish brush over an angled brush now, but this is how I started doing that method. Let's pull that up a little bit. So, yeah, I think really the shingles just made me more tired than anything else, but I was very lucky to have a very mild case. I did the other eye. Again, I'm going to grab that shader brush in that number 3 shade and just go above this. I kind of always just work in layers. It seems to work best for me. And I always clean up after. You guys have seen me do that before. So, like, if it gets outside of my eye here, then I just, and I'll have to go away from this palette because there's not a shade in here that will work for that. So let's just grab my Naked Basics and a MAC 217. And I'm going to use the Walk of Shame, or the WOS color, which I have quite a significant dip in, I must say. And I just will kind of line up where I want that to disappear. And it looks pretty stark there, obviously, but and then I just blend that out and up into the brow bone. Because the reason that I do that for me is if that eyeshadow is too much out here, then it drags my whole eye down. And thus my whole face down. So, yeah, there's not a really good kind of brow blending color in that palette, so we'll just continue on with this. Shade from Naked Basics. I'll show you what it looks like in case you're looking for a shade something like that. You could use Wet n Wild Brulee. Oh shoot, I even have that. Darn, I should have used that. Well, anyway, you could use Wet n Wild Brulee. You could use MAC Blanc type. MAC Brulee works, but not as well as Blanc type. You're looking for a MAC brush like this angled one. By the way, it's the 275 if I remember correctly. Okay, so beneath my lower lash line, I'm going to take the Pro Pencil brush, Beauty Junkies. I swear to you, they have no idea I'm doing this video. I just thought, well, what the heck, then we could see these in action. And I'm using that number 4, that same taupe shade beneath my lower lash line. It has some shimmer to it, but not like crazy shimmer, which is nice. This weekend is my dad's birthday. We're going to go to the Timber Rattler game. We'll be vlogging that, of course. And that will be, the Timber Rattlers are a farm team for the Brewers, in case you're curious. And then I think I'm going to take a little bit of this purple right here, just on the outer corner. Same brush. Oh, that's nicely pigmented. So I get it halfway down my eye. Alright, so for liner, I don't have a gray drugstore liner, so this is the Tarte Skinny Smolderized in Smoky Quartz. This came, and you know what? This came, I think, in the kit that I bought like at Christmas time a couple years ago that had those really pretty greens in it. I think that kit's available again, either on Tarte's website or Sephora's, so I'm going to link that kit below for you if I can find it again, because I saw it just the other day. So, I'm going to just line my upper lash line. I'm not cranking on my eye, I promise. You just have to pull it taut sometimes. The older you get. And then I'm going to use this Sony Kashuk smudge brush. I think it's the 106. Nope, 105. 105, I think. There's no brush. There's no number on it. There wasn't a number on it when I bought it, but... And it works okay. It's not as good. I'm trying to find a replacement for my Sigma E21. It's not as good as that, but it works alright. So I will do the other eye with the upper lash line first. And then I'm going to tight line with this as well. You can kind of see, hopefully, that I'm not like going super heavy across the line, because the smudges out so well. You don't need to, you can move the color. Who needs music when you can listen to the birds? Alright, and then I'm going to just line my upper waterline. Alright, so I'm going to put on some mascara and some lips, do my hair, and I'll be back. Okay, so I went and did my hair and came back, and I have to tell you, there's a skunk somewhere outside of my house, because that is all that this room smells like currently, a skunk. Oh goodness. So the only other things that I put on my face since I left you was the Laura Mercier Baked Highlight. I don't have a drugstore highlight that isn't discontinued. I was trying to use things that weren't discontinued. That is kind of the pinkiness to it, so I pulled that one out, because this one I wear with any color blush. And then on my eyelashes, I have the Covergirl Professional Super Thick Lash Mascara. If you have not tried this, give it a shot, especially if you like Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, just saying. And then for lips today, I have the Rimmel Kate Moss in 08, which looks like this, and like that. And I'll zoom you in quickly. Okay, so here's the finished look. And then very quickly, this is just my natural curl hair with, I think I did 1, 2, 3, 4 wrap around a really small curling iron to mesh in, because the top part of my hair doesn't have as nice of a curl as the bottom layer of my hair does. So anyway, it's been humid here lately for Wisconsin anyway, so when it gets like that, I just tend to embrace my curl. I put a picture on that up on Instagram yesterday. I was amazed at how many people liked my hair like that. So thank you if you guys were one of the ones that said really sweet things or liked that picture. I appreciate that. Also, I do just want to say that as far as the foundation goes, I did, as you saw, I put a powder over the top of it because I do anyway. I do like how it looks on the skin. I will do more testing, obviously, and do a full review of this if you're interested, which I'm fairly certain most of you will be. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to like this. It has really good coverage as far as what I can tell. Very quickly, I will, as I promised, this is the polish I have on my nails. Might be limited for summer, I'm not really sure. It's 320 Sunspots by Sally Hansen Xtreme Wear. And then in case anybody's curious, I just pulled this off my shelf. This is the one in Mellow Yellow, in case you're curious. They're different. Alright, and with that, that is all that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're having a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!